Hi everyone, this is Azimuth from Azimuth system. In this video, we will focus on the hardware configuration of your RNX using Directory. Directory is a web-based application. To open it, you just need to open your browser and to connect to your server PC. So to do so, you just need to enter its IP address in the search bar of your browser. Directory is divided in 6 tabs. So Dashboard tab, Testbed tab, the Links tab, Scenario Builder, the Playback tab, and the Help section. The dashboard is the first page you see when opening Directory. It summarizes all the discovered devices, online or offline, in use or available. I can then easily select the RNX I want to use for my test. If I click on the one RNX, I have some options. I can change the name of the RNX, change its IP address, turn it on or turn it off remotely. It also gives me a quick access to my testbed configuration. I can see all the testbeds that have been created and the ones that are reserved, like this one, for example, which is reserved. The next tab is a testbed tab. In Directory, the hardware and the link configuration are totally independent. By doing so, some testbeds can be used for different configuration just by selecting a new link configuration and without having to start from scratch. The testbed is really easy to create. I can first enter the name of my testbed and save it. I first select one RNX in the list and I drag and drop it. I can then select the mode between 4x4 unidirectional or 4x4 bidirectional. I will use 4x4 bidirectional. In this case, I can test both sides of the connection with 4 input ports and 4 output ports. I can then drag and drop my base stations and my UI. By clicking on each port of the RNX and on the base station, I can create my links. I have then create my first 2x2 MIMO link, and I add link. I will then do the same thing for my second link. In this case, I have created two 2x2 links. The RNX has combiners integrated in the box. Thanks to that, I can internally combine the port B3 with B1 and B2 with B4. As a result, I don't need 4 cables plus combiners after the RNX, but only 2 cables directly connected to the UI. It is also possible to split the input signal at the input by clicking on the triangles. The signal coming from port A1 is then split between A1 and A3, and the one coming from A2 is split between A2 and A4. I can also check the physical view to see the hardware connection. Because I'm in bidirectional, I need to use bridges for this port, and I have here my 4 input ports and my 4 output ports. The last thing I need to do in the testbed tab is for each link to set the input slider and frequency to the correct value and to set the output loss correctly to calibrate the testbed. I will then click on my 2 first ports, and I have then access to my input slider that I can change here to set it accordingly with my input power. I can change my frequency either by using the slider, tapping the frequency here, or use the band selector. I select the LT signal, my band 3, and by selecting different uplink channels and downlink channels, I get the desired frequency for both uplink and downlink. Finally, I can set my output losses. When this is done for one link, I can just select my second link and do exactly the same thing, putting my input slider to the correct value, input frequency, and output loss. To reserve my RNX and then to ensure that nobody on the network will use it, I click on Test Connection. This is also used to test the connection and be sure that the UE is able to connect to the base station. It automatically sets the connection with high fixed output power to -43 dBm and a Butler static channel model. I will also use the same button and click on End Connection to release the ACE when I'm done with all my tests. So this is everything I wanted to show you in this video. You are now able to create your own test bed using Director 3. Thank you for watching.